Would you march through hell for the one you love? Well, Beethoven's Piano Concerto number 4 does. Uh, there are some people, and I'm one of them, who believes that this piece is based on the Orpheus myth, that Orpheus, the greatest musician ever, marries the love of his life, Eurydice, but she dies and is taken to Hades, and he is so in love with her, he decides he's going to go get her. So the piece is written just like this. Piano starts alone, very unique, but the idea that this is Orpheus tuning his harp, some pianists, myself included, decide to roll the first chord. I love it. Again, very unique opening before the orchestra does anything. Makes sense that it would be Orpheus tuning his harp, but the real crux to the story comes in the second movement. Orpheus has to win over the Furies in order to get Eurydice out of Hades, but the Furies aren't easily won over. They sound like this. Etc. Orpheus tries to beguile them. As if to say, let me tell you about my wife, Eurydice. They're not won over. Etc., etc. Every time the Furies speak, they speak in anger. Every time Orpheus speaks, he speaks in love. No matter what, the piano always stays soft, even when the orchestra interrupts, and sometimes the orchestra covers the pianist's notes. People sometimes try to alter that because it doesn't make sense. Well, if you know the story, it does make sense, and they should cover them up. When Orpheus continues to plead, here's the loud Furies. And it has to stay soft. At this point, the Furies even begin to soften. Still, Beethoven writes, sempre diminuendo, always softer. I think he's winning him. And finally we get a real piano solo. No interruption by the Furies. So Orpheus is allowed to take Eurydice back to Earth with him, but the condition is he cannot look at her until he passes the gates of Hades. She can't understand and begs with him, "Why won't you look at me? Why won't you look at me?" And according to the legend, there are 3 claps of thunder, and he loses her forever. So what happens in the piece? We get these trills. We hear these 3 dramatic things, maybe claps of thunder. And this spins out. I'm going to shorten this. The piano solo is coming to an end. And now even the Furies seem sad, somber. The piano answered. The Furies. piano. And he's lost her forever.